Good morning. This is Kent with Calvary Assembly of God, and I'm here with an informational video about what we're going to be doing tomorrow when we start services. Firstly, service will begin tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. We'll not be having Sunday school. We also won't be running the bus routes. We'll only be using the sanctuary. When entering the building, we ask that you please allow the ushers to open the door for you. And also, when you come into the sanctuary, please only sit in those areas that are designated so we can apply social distancing to one another. And also regarding the marked seating spaces, family groups, of course, may sit together at the designated locations on the pews. And we define a family group as those who live together. So we would also ask that if you don't live together, that you separate yourselves. We encourage the use of masks. When we come to service, it wouldn't be a bad idea to wear a mask. Remember, a mask is intended to protect those around you from you. So, if you feel comfortable with that, we encourage it. However, if we maintain social distance, they're not required. We do ask that you please make sure in preparation for service that you've washed your hands, avoid touching your face, all these things you've heard 100 times. But just be extra careful as we gather together. We want to make sure that we're keeping each other safe. And it's definitely a team effort. We have to work together in order to help everyone be safe and be able to come together again. We ask that you please wash your hands. And we also recommend that you wash your hands again as soon as we leave this public setting. So since we're coming together, we'd ask that it's a good idea to go ahead and wash your hands after you leave. The church has been cleaned and prepared for service tomorrow. And for those of you who bring children, we would ask that you be very careful that they recognize and obey the social distancing recommendation, and they kind of stay with you in your area and not be allowed to run around. That brings another issue. Please prepare for our first service in prayer. It's very important, but there's some practical things that we need to deal with as well. Prepare by praying, and also understand that our bathroom facilities are only available for one person at a time. And we respectfully request that only be in the instance that it's absolutely necessary. So if you make arrangements for that before coming to service, because our volunteers will have to clean the facilities between uses. And most importantly, we would ask that you prepare yourselves spiritually, as I mentioned before. That when we get together, you'd set your heart to hear what the Lord has for you in these trying and difficult times. And we'd also ask that you would decide in advance to worship the Lord with your whole heart as we come together. And I pray that we'd all be safe in Jesus' name. Thank you, and we'll see you tomorrow.